When I was in Virginia, it ought to be pretty fucking obvious by now, after everything that I've shown on my Facebook and YouTube. You know, people want to pretend like I'm a bad person because I begged them to kill me. Who's them? Almost everybody who pretended to be my friend. I said, help me or kill me. It is that serious of a fucking situation. They couldn't stop talking over me. Couldn't stop telling me those pretty words. Those pretty words are fucking dismissive. You just gotta love yourself. You just gotta love yourself. Go fuck yourself. And Alycia was fucking mean as shit over a fucking phone that she insisted that I get while she worked at the cricket store. They pretended like I threatened their family in Virginia. Pretended. What threats did I make in Virginia? What threats? What did I say to your family, huh? Did I threaten to cut their heads off and put them in the dumpster? Come on, Alycia. You fucking cunt. You got to spend all sorts of time with me in Virginia. All sorts of time. You called me on your lunch breaks. You called me over when you were having a cigarette break. Shit, you spent more time with me than you did with your own boyfriend while I was there. And not by my choice. You wanted me to stay where you worked. Because you wanted me to be closer to you and your fucking sister so it'd be easier to see me. That's what you told me. There's no fucking consequences for you, Alycia. There were no fucking consequences for your sister either. None. You're pissed off that I told the fucking truth. That's not fucking okay. The first person that I said I wanted to blow my head off so close that they would feel the blood spatter on their face wasn't Alycia. It wasn't Natalie. It was Maddie fucking Boa. And why do you think she's the first one I fucking said it to? I left Chapel, Nebraska years ago for a fucking reason. Yes, I would rather live homeless on the streets in Boulder, Colorado than live in this fucking town. I mean, what's here for me? I could do meth. I don't like meth. I could get drunk all the goddamn time. But here's the other thing. After all of that goddamn bullshit down there, I can't go to the police about shit I never could. It's not that I never fucking tried. It's that nobody fucking gave a shit. When you're a homeless male, you got to have someone go in with you. When you are disabled, you have to have someone go in with you. When a woman doesn't get her way, she doesn't have to have any evidence of a goddamn thing. She can throw a tantrum because she didn't get what the fuck she wanted. I get that Natalie felt betrayed when I fucking left there. Imagine how I felt. I got a fucked up phone, and her sister Alycia is sending the most fucked up shit to me that she possibly could. Going out of her way to be as cruel as she possibly fucking could. I'm having a rough fucking time. I mean, I spent months going to fucking meetings in Sydney. Months. You know what I was doing before Natalie died? I was spending all my goddamn money to go into fucking appointments with Nicole Peralta. I'm tired of fucking this computer shit. I'm fucking sick of it. I never wanted to get on fucking YouTube. I got on YouTube because of the fucking abuse. I spoke up on Facebook because of the fucking abuse. I typed out what really happened. But people wanted to blow me off with those pretty fucking words. And then they wanted to throw me away like I was fucking trash. When I asked them, all I asked them to do is tell the fucking truth. Well, I don't know nothing, motherfucker. Don't fucking lie to me. I tried to show the conversations with these people who are witnesses. I tried to show what was on those fucking phones. But without someone actually fucking going in with me, it was never gonna fucking happen. You tell me not to stream and not to yell, it doesn't do me any fucking good. It certainly does. It certainly does do me some fucking good. I try speaking about what's going on. And I get the whole, well, you ought to go to the greener grass on the other side bullshit. You know, you just need to move, Sean. You ever think about moving somewhere else? So then somebody comes onto my channel. They've been here for 5 goddamn minutes. And they want to ask 20 fucking goddamn questions. Meanwhile, there's important shit I got to get done. Obviously, my issues with computers are not easily solved. I need someone to sit with me and teach me this shit. But also, I can't be having someone teach me shit if they're just going to destroy the fucking evidence. Meanwhile, I try to turn in Scott DaCosta, and who the fuck does this send to my door? Scott DaCosta. People are fucking dead because that son of a bitch wouldn't do his job. That shit was Ted Bollinger in April on Alycia Bollinger's account. You don't think that scared the fucking shit out of me? I am not worried about my life. I have to pretend to care more about my life than I actually do. Walter. Oh, good boy. It didn't look like he was breathing. So let's go through. Let's show you why. People threw me away for asking them to come forward about what they knew, and they wanted to play fucking stupid. I told true fucking stories. People want to tell me to calm down after I've been blown off this long. Fuck you. When I was taking a shit ton of abuse, I went to a woman named Veronica Bruce. She's married now. It's now Veronica Seward. She goes by Missy. That's her. Tried to call her for help, and guess what? She was drinking. Now, she's not an alcoholic, so far as I know. Let's go through some more of these. We'll go through all the people that could have come forward, but instead, the shitty things that they did to me are on my YouTube. The shitty things that they did, the things that they're, oh, you got to forgive them, forget. No, don't ever forget. Do not ever forget. I forgave Brenda Dickinson for the bullshit that them and Doug Cowden put me through. I mean, obviously, she didn't know when she was selling all that marijuana that it was my money that was stolen to buy that marijuana. When I got kicked out of my mom's house because she was supposed to go talk to Doug and get my money back, where did I end up living? At Dennis and Brenda's. Let's find some more. These are pretty important. This is Aaron Mayville, aka brain damage. Oh, great. I didn't need that shit. That's not what I'm trying to look at. Fucking goddamn it.
There's something you should
Fuck
know.
is this bullshit? Oh yeah, a bunch of fucking bullshit. The fuck is this bullshit? Keeps changing up on me. Like, this is what my Facebook thing looks like now. That's completely different from what it looks like when I... Fucking goddamn it. Not much of a different format, but it's different enough. This is what I'm familiar with on this phone. There's all these people I know in real life that should know me well enough to knock this shit off. All these people telling me, "Oh, you're the most honest dude I know. You're the most honest dude I know." Yeah, and what'd you do about it? Everybody wants to give me different fucking advice. You need to do this, and you need to do that, and you need to do this. No, you need to fucking speak up. When somebody comes to you about abuse, you really think that's the way that you should fucking treat them? I was going to show you a whole bunch of people that had done some really fucked up shit to me. It'd be great if that was fucking easy for me to do. I don't have the rights that you guys have. See, I'm not vulnerable because I'm fucking retarded. Of course, if you're autistic, or if you have cerebral palsy, or if you have Down syndrome, people just assume that you're fucking retarded. Oh, that one's pretty big. I'll smoke that because then people won't accuse me of smoking on a crack pipe. I got a half cigarette here. I shouldn't have to speak up on YouTube. There's all these services you guys think help us. They fucking don't. They think you're fucking retarded. Well, I recorded everything. People say, if you record me, I ain't going to be your friend no more. Well, if you'd have come forward with the truth, I wouldn't have to fucking record you. Having that whole computer worth of evidence fucking destroyed. I needed that shit. People want to tell me it's an uphill battle. You know it's going to be an uphill battle. Yeah, I heard you the first 100 fucking times. I heard everybody else the first 100 fucking times. Meanwhile, these people get to see their friends and family. They actually have people that they live with who will help them if there is a problem. What did I get? Blown the fuck off. And you say that dismissive shit and then pretend like you care. You don't fucking care. This is just fucking entertainment. Oh, it says looking back on your memories from January 13th. Guess where I was January 13th of 2018? I was in Denver taking pictures of the anti-homeless signs. Taking pictures of everywhere that I went so that I could show that I actually went. All I needed was someone to go in with me so that I could show what was going on, show what I was being put through. Literally over 100 people I personally know treating me like shit. People who I had literally never done wrong, never done any harm to. I knew that something fucked up was going to happen to Natalie. She was fucking stupid. She was dumb as a fucking stump. Look at the dude she dated. Intelligent people don't do the shit that she fucking did. Pretend to be my friend until I have fucking issues of my own. She's allowed to have her own issues, but I'm not. She was allowed to be sad. I'm not. I've been trying for 5 goddamn years to show what the fuck is going on. Everybody wants to tell me what the fuck to do. Look at the fucking evidence. If Sarah Rubiola won't come forward on her own, that's fucking fine. That just shows she doesn't give a holy fuck about me. But that doesn't detract from the fact that she was a part of it. She don't want to tell the truth because she don't want to lose friends. If those friends are willing to do that shit to somebody like me, what the fuck do you think they're going to do to you? When you're not perfect. when you have a problem. Oh, yeah, you're a female. You don't have to go through this. Female serial killers have killed more people than all male serial killers that we are aware of combined. How many nurses out there have killed more than 100 people? Quite a few. But somehow we forget about them in statistics, don't we? We forget that women do fucked up shit too. It's not just men. The abuse from the police started before I ever left Virginia. But when you try to turn in a cop, the people that you call and talk to when you're trying to turn in a cop play fucking stupid. Oh, you need to talk to an officer? I need to know who it is that I need to turn in about the officer who broke my fucking vehicle. Oh, you mean, fuck you. Someone named Sean Supporter types, hey brother, medical errors are the third leading cause of death in the United States. I don't have diabetes mellitus. I don't. I just ate a big, huge fucking burrito. Took me most of the night to eat it, but it's got a shit ton of starches in it. I ain't fucking dead. If I had diabetes, I would literally eat myself to death. I would. There's a lady named Mandy who's going to try to help me. Obviously, getting the help that I need in person, I could have spent 7 days working on what I needed to turn in Scott DaCosta. Instead, I've got a giant fucking pile of shit on my goddamn floor. It's not even my floor. I'm going to show you. There was a woman named Brittany. She was one of the first people that I went looking for. Her sister Nikki got a hold of me and said, hey, you damn right I started looking. I know Brittany. She went missing back in 2014. She wasn't actually missing. She was in the Jefferson County Jail. I went to see her. She wanted me to get the stuff out of her property and evidence and pawn it so that I could get some money to get her the hell out of there. With what she was going through at the time, I was talking to Megan Christie about buying this house right here, the literal house that I'm in. I figured it'd be a good place for Brittany. Of course, it's in a shithole town that she probably doesn't want to come back to either. But I also know what life is on the streets, and it ain't fucking good. See, here's the difference between Brittany and Natalie. Natalie had this fantasy image of what homelessness is. For her, it was drugs and fucking partying. But she was never actually homeless. I told true fucking stories. The least people could do is admit that they were true stories. This is Nicole McIntosh. She had a kid with Robert Franklin Warnick. I didn't know that Robert Franklin Warnick was a pedophile until after he had literally threatened to kill me. Matter of fact, after I left Virginia, but before Natalie was fucking killed, Nikki's one of the people I went to for help. I just needed an actual friend. I mean, at that point in time, I couldn't go to Boulder and see any of my friends there. I needed an actual friend. I saw Nicole in Pumpkin Pantry the other day. She gave me a horrifying look. Did I spit in her Cheerios? No. Did I abuse her? No. All I had to do was tell the fucking truth. This is a lady that Robert Warnick, in his fucking paranoid, delusional bullshit mind, come out into the street with a fucking beer in his hand, threatening to shoot me in the fucking head because he thought this lady right here hired me to kill him. Like, what the fuck kind of crazy, delusional bullshit is that? You goddamn right I fucking spoke out. It wasn't the threats and fucking harassment that made my life hell. It was the fact that nobody fucking gave a shit. There's a grand total of 2 people in that whole period of time. 2 people who actually did something that was decent. Chelsea Worsing and Dee Dee Klang. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be showing you pictures of this lady's kids. Let me show you this one. Fucking goddamn it. What the fuck is wrong with this goddamn thing? Now it's all only show half of it. What the fuck? I don't know how to fix this shit. I don't know how to do none of this shit. I'm just doing my fucking best to show it with the fucking abilities that I have. Meanwhile, the Bollinger family and all of their fucking assholes want to pull this fucking bullshit and gaslight me and go out of their way to fucking slander my name. And I'm the one. I am the one who drove 1,700 miles at Natalie's request. I'm the one who drove 1,700 miles away from Virginia. all the way to Boulder, Colorado to get the fuck away from those people. All I wanted was help making it fucking stop. I went to everybody that I could for help and got blown off. Oh, don't help him. Don't help him. Well, fuck you. It takes 10 times longer to fucking do something. Sorry, it's longer than 10 times longer. I mean, if I want to show what's on this piece of paper, how long does it take you to fucking read that? It's a lot easier to read it in person. It's a lot easier to see it in person. With this, I have to search through that to put it up here. There's Sarah Rubiolo. She actually exists. She's an actual human being. She's not a figment of my fucking imagination. There's Joanna Taylor Smith. She's a pretty white girl. It's pathetic that I had to go to her for help. Then again, somebody might actually listen to a pretty white girl. That's Derek Parrish's girlfriend, or at least was at the time. I don't know if they're dating now. I don't fucking care. The way that I was treated was fucking horrible. There's another picture of her. Yeah, don't go to pretty white girls for help. They don't give a fuck. Just don't fucking do it. Don't go to fat girls for help either, because they're not going to help you. They're going to tell you how lonely they are and fucking bitch about how they want to have a fucking baby. I'm not going to put a baby in you. These people actually fucking exist. They're not figments of my goddamn imagination. Now, there's a bunch of shit that has been used as excuses to harm me that each and every one of these people could come forward about. Each and every one of these people knows at least a small part of this story. What did that Ed guy say that upset me? He was talking about killing people, saying that he was going to go kill people. Oh, yeah, and he erased an entire computer worth of evidence. Worst part is, I actually love these people. I actually care about them. If these people asked for my help, they got it. I didn't expect 7 months of goddamn explanations. Then again, I was there in person when they fucking needed somebody. In person. You know what the problem was with Tyler Frericks, who's Jenny's, or not Jenny, Jennifer is actually Tyler's sister. The problem with Tyler Frericks was that he was being racist. Like most of y'all closet racists. Colin Kaepernick is not required by law to stand for the national anthem. Hell, I think he'd be well within his rights to take a shit in the middle of the field during the national anthem. I feel that he would be well within his rights to march out into the middle of that field and wipe his ass with the American flag. Which is something that I personally believe that every single homeless person should do right now. I think we should make American flag printed toilet paper. And we should distribute it to the homeless and the disabled and minorities. So we can all wipe our ass with it. Because it don't mean a goddamn thing without the Constitution. And the Constitution doesn't mean a goddamn thing if it does not apply to everybody. I needed help and I got bullshit and pretty words. The least Joanna Taylor Smith could have done is sit down and have some fucking coffee with me. Or call me up and listen. But is there any pretty white girls that are actually capable of that? I want to know this. Are there any pretty white girls who are capable of listening and actually understanding? Probably not. Meanwhile, I do pretend I'm not racist. I am scared shitless of white people. So, yes, I'm racist. Am I scared of black people? No. Shit, the moment I see a black person, I start to relax just because of the color of their skin. Do you know why? Because I grew up with black people. White people, I don't know what the fuck they're thinking. Maybe if they look away long enough, it'll make it go away. It doesn't fucking work that way. It wasn't the predators that made my life fucking suck. All it would have taken is one friend to give a shit enough to actually find out what was going on and go down to the fucking cop shop and help me deal with it. Help me or fucking kill me. You owe that to me. Alycia and Natalie were fighting over a boy. I don't give a fuck who that boy was. Fact is, I never should have been the victim of that. I never should have been the pawn in that. Now, the least these people can do is admit that they fucked up. I've shown it on the internet all sorts, but I need to be able to show it in court. And how am I going to be able to show it in court when I've got people repeatedly telling me, it's going to be an uphill battle? Yeah, I know that. I heard the first 30 times. Yes, I know it is an uphill battle. I also know that I've gone through 5 years of it. I already know that I have zero chance at a decent life, but I do know that my words and my evidence can help save lives. It can help change laws. It can help make it so that the most victimized people in America have a fucking voice. And you know who the most victimized people in America are? I'll give you a hint. It's not black people. The homeless and the disabled are in the number 1 and number 2 spots, respectively. Now, if you take those numbers and you inflate them the way that they should be, like, of course, there's 60 million homeless people, right? No, there's not. There's only 500,000. There's 60 million disabled people. 49% of those killed by police in 2019 were homeless. 51% were disabled. Now, let's say that there were 60 million homeless people and the police killed the same quantity per 100. Well, they would be very solidly in first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. Literally, they would take all of the top spots. There is no other group that would even come close. Because if there were 60 million homeless people in America, the police would have killed 48,000. 48,000 homeless people. Most crimes against homeless people go unreported because the cops aren't going to do their fucking jobs. Why are they not going to do their fucking jobs? Because nobody fucking cares, obviously. Most of us out there, we are out there because we don't have families that actually give a shit. And we're different. So it must be okay to harm us for being weird. Oh no! You don't like my version of sarcasm. I believe in assisted suicide. $100. What Natalie did, she shouldn't have had to go to Joseph Michael Lopez. She should not have allowed him to indulge his fantasy that way. We should have had suicide booths. We should also have them in the jails and the prisons. People should be allowed to end their lives. And they should be allowed to do it in a way that their kids aren't going to find their fucking body. That a jogger isn't going to see your corpse. That a first responder doesn't have to see the top of your head fucking missing and your brains all over the goddamn ceiling. I am against suicide, but I am for assisted suicide. People say there's nothing I can do, there's nothing I can. All of you can speak the fuck out. But are you? Are you speaking out publicly about any of this? When I say help me or kill me, that's literally what I mean. If you're not speaking up, you're not helping me. If you're not telling the truth about what you know, you're not helping me. If you're going to get drunk, treat me like shit, tell me how to think and feel, not bother with finding out what the fuck is going on. And then later on, I only had one drink. Don't fucking bullshit me. Many of these folks didn't know that they were being recorded in real life. In real life situations, that computer is full of recordings. This computer is full of recordings. Telephones full of recordings. The most important ones, though, are the ones that I used my clandestine recording device. It's tiny. It doesn't record the video, but it records the audio. A lot of people say, hey, people don't want to come forward after you air their personal business. They weren't coming forward anyway. They looked away. They didn't have the stomach to watch. Didn't care enough to find out what was going on or to actually speak out. People don't understand how important this case is. This case that I've been prevented from having. You guys have got to hear from a lot of different people that are professionals in their field saying the exact things I've been saying, but you call me crazy for saying it. Assisted suicide should be legal. I hear about people dying of COVID, and I think to myself, what a lucky bastard. I hear about people getting their heads blown off. I think to myself, what a lucky bastard. Sure, I feel bad for the families, but for that one person, all of their pain is gone. All of it. Having everybody fucking throw me away over goddamn rumors. Meanwhile, most of these people knew details about this shit, at least small details, but it's difficult to be able to explain to somebody what's going on when they, first of all, don't have much time, and second of all, they want to do all the talking. They want to tell you those pretty words. Oh, Sean, you just got to love yourself. It heals with time. No, it doesn't. When you guys have a loved one who dies, you're allowed to mourn. I wasn't. I still haven't been allowed to. My friends are dropping off like fucking flies. Homeless people live on average 20 to 30 years less than the average population. 20 to 30 years less. It takes a lot out of you. I don't want to take any more pictures and send them in. I really don't. The way the cops treat the homeless is completely different from the way they treat you assholes in houses. Alycia Bollinger owes it to me to tell the truth or blow my fucking head off. She owes it to me. Natalie and Alycia both knew that I was in a fucked up situation and that I was having a lot of problems of my own. I spent all of my money that was going to be for me to be able to go see a lot of my friends. I spent that to rescue Jamie Curtis from James Payton. I wasn't trying to insinuate to Natalie that Jamie was more important. She called me up and said she needed a hero. That's all it takes. Sean, I need a hero. When I needed a hero, all I had was me. When I was growing up, there was nobody protecting me. My mom couldn't stay off the cocaine, so she signed my rights away. My dad was in prison for selling cocaine. Earlier, I had said that in one of my other videos that he went to prison for 78 counts of cocaine possession. That's not true. He got sent to prison for 38 counts of cocaine possession with intent to sell. That's because he had it in individual baggies. Obviously, it wasn't for personal use. And again, when my dad went to prison, that was back in the 80s. He wanted to tell me all about his experience and how there's nothing that can be done. Dad, I saved the fucking evidence, you fucking cunt. Jesus, what a fucking bitch. The things that my dad did to help, well, he didn't follow through. And it ended up screwing me severely and resulted in a lot more violence against me. It would have been nice if he'd have been honest. It would have been nice if, when he said that he paid that bill, if he'd have actually paid it instead of me losing my fucking bank account. Most of these people will never have to go through anything even close to this because they have immediate family. And nobody wants to take this shit fucking seriously. If they did, they'd have fucking spoken out by now. People say, I got my own problems. I know you got your own problems. How fucking long does it take to tell the goddamn truth? Then again, these people I went to for help did a lot of fucked up shit. I mean, literally, there's a list of things you're not supposed to tell somebody who's depressed because you might push them to fucking kill themselves. It's because those things, no matter how well intentioned, are dismissive as fuck. When you say those things, it lets them know that they went to the wrong person for help. You're just going to tell them pretty fucking words. And because it's not happening to you, it must be okay. Or it must not be happening. At least I told the truth. I told the truth. I told the truth. I told the truth. Nobody cared about the fucking truth. They wanted to have a fucking witch hunt. Didn't care how that was going to affect me and everything that I had as a possibility of the future. You goddamn right, I want to blow my fucking head off in front of those people. But I'm not going to. Alycia Bollinger owes it to me to blow my head off. She owes it to me to do to me what Joseph Lopez did to her sister. She owes that to me. I've been through 5 years of fucking abuse because that cunt couldn't tell the truth. And her sister couldn't tell the truth. And Maddie Boa couldn't tell the truth. Meanwhile, I can prove the shit that they were saying is fucking slander. Well, you guys don't want to see that. You want to fucking cherry pick to justify the fucking horrible shit that you did. I tell Marcia Estrada, I've got the evidence. I tell her, hey, I've told you that I've had the evidence. I told you I had the evidence when we were in jail. She admitted that. I did say that to her while we were in jail. These are the people that I'm supposed to go to for a caseworker to help me with this. Obviously, I do need a safe place to stay. Obviously, I can't be honest about people or I'll be punished. I can't be completely honest about the shit that happened in this house. Because if I do, I end up homeless. Meanwhile, the guy who owns the place, he hasn't been evil or cruel to me. My sister didn't do the shit that she did to be evil and cruel. Ed didn't do the shit that he did to be evil and cruel. When you tell me to let it go, what you're saying loud and clear is that you're fine with people abusing me. That is straight up what you are saying. You are fine with me being abused because you couldn't tell the truth. That doesn't just go for Alycia Bollinger and Maddie Boa. Now, you guys, I'm sure, have seen the movies where they got the dude who's getting ready to get fried in the electric chair, or he's getting ready to have the tablets thrown into his bucket underneath his chair, and they're going to kill him by lethal gas, or they're getting ready to inject him, and there's always a viewing window and a whole gallery of people sitting and watching. I think each and every single one of these people who didn't come forward should have to watch me die. All of them. Every single one of them. I think Laura Nelson should be forced to watch me die. I think David Nelson should be forced to watch me die. I think Amy Spencer, aka Amy Kingery, should be forced to watch me die. I think that Jen Beebe should be forced to watch me die. when you do things like this, there should be consequences. I think Sarah Rubiolo should have to watch me die. Joanna Taylor Smith should have to watch me die. I think those people in the Starbucks in Washington State off of 70th in Tacoma, I think they should all have to watch me die. If you're going to paint me as this monster, or you're going to look away while people are abusing me when your words could have made the difference, and 5 years later, you're still looking away. You're still pretending it's fine because it's not happening to you. All of these people know me in real life. I was good to all of these people. All of them. Of course, y'all get embarrassed too easily. I think that is the primary source of your fucking cowardice. At least I'm standing up to the motherfuckers. And even though I'm going through a lot worse shit than most of you are, I'm not turning a blind eye to your bullshit. And I do have to call it bullshit at this point. Even after Natalie died, when people asked for my help, I did my best to help them. I know what it's like. Telling me pretty words doesn't fix shit. All of the Martindales should have to watch me die. Leslie Snell should have to watch me die. Robert Warnick should have to watch me die. I considered Robert Warnick an all right guy. Shit, somebody I could have even been friends with. Every time that I spoke with him before that incident in the street when he went under pretend like I was there to kill him because Nitke would hire to fucking kill her or some crazy shit like that, like holy fuck, dude. And this lady gets on and she wants to make excuses for him. Oh, well, he was probably drunk. Does that make it okay? No, that shows exactly the problems I got to deal with. Nebraska's full of fucking redneck, Nebraska ass racist fuckheads who are drunk all the goddamn time. No, this is not the place for me. Boulder, Colorado was the one place where I was treated like a human being. And sure, not by everybody. But it's a fucking far cry from what we got here. Brenda Dickinson was involved in almost every step of it before Natalie died. And after she died, just like everybody else, she wanted to look the other way because it wasn't happening to her. And tell me that I was sick. I almost died at the same time Natalie did. Yeah, but after that happened, you said you'd go in with me to court. Brenda Dickinson has been to Ken and Leah's house. Joanna Taylor Smith and Derek Parrish have been to Ken and Leah's house. The rules are different for you than they are for me, aren't they? Like Sammy Leon Lawrence IV. I was in contact with him. He wanted me to make special exceptions for his disabilities. He wanted me to try to understand his disabilities, and then he wanted to treat me like shit for mine. But it's okay because he's part black, isn't it? Out of all of the people that Waylon Lolatai assaulted in 2018 that we got caught on video, imagine the ones that weren't caught on video. Meanwhile, people don't want to look it up. They want to pretend like they're friends, like they care. A friend would have spoken up. A friend wouldn't have made me record them to show the truth because they were too much of a coward to do so. If I do ever kill myself, it'll be because it's the only way to get the words out there. Obviously, nobody cares in life. Maybe they will when I'm dead. Obviously, I'm trying to get help rather than blow my head off in front of you. There's no reason to fucking try. None. These people showed me that there's no hope. No hope. The stuff that Meg, who's my autism advocate, would have been able to do in that 7 days that we got Kaplan to rent a room. Thank goodness for that. The things that she was able to do during that, she's not able to do now because she's got cancer. She wants to keep her private information fucking private. No. Abso-fucking-lutely not. I needed help. I needed someone to speak up, to fight for my rights. A lot of that shit that's posted with her shows that I've been telling the truth the whole time, but I can't post it up because she talks about cancer and she doesn't want the world to know she's got cancer. Does she really have cancer? I don't know. I don't know. But if she does have cancer, I don't have a whole hell of a lot of time to get her fucking statement. Meanwhile, I got to think about her family, don't I? And I got to think about her, don't I? What's the difference between these people and me? They actually want to live. I don't. Natalie Bollinger killed me in 2016. Since then, my life has just been abuse. I'm overwhelmed with this shit. I can barely function. After Ed destroyed that evidence, Tara didn't seem all that interested in anything else except, well, trying to cover Ed's ass. This guy who calls himself cross-dressing dirtball, he goes by Joe. He typed, "Want to play Minecraft?" I don't have room for any games on my computer. I got Minecraft because Kayla Trujillo and Raja thought, well, that's something that we could do that's fun. Even if you're somewhere else, we could play Minecraft. Buy Minecraft. So I bought Minecraft. Some good that fucking did me. Natalie Bollinger owes me. Alycia Bollinger owes me, and Maddie Boa owes me. More than anyone else. Obviously, even though Natalie owes me a bullet to the head, she's dead. She can't give it to me. Although Alycia Bollinger owes me a bullet to the head, she gets to go on with her life as if she never did the things to me that she did. I can't continue to take this bullshit. Bo James Prince, that's another one. People keep thinking that if they try to change the subject or turn me on to something else, why don't you paint me a picture? Because I don't fucking feel like it. I hate drawing. I hate it. When I first started drawing, I liked drawing. I really did. It helped me to take my mind off of things. And then when people realized that I was pretty damn good at it, they wanted me to draw shit for free. They kept on saying, "Oh, I'll pay you," but they just never did. The two largest collections of my artwork, one of them belongs to Jessica Martindale, Jessica Barr. That's William Barr's wife. The other one belongs to Jerry Sparks. That's Tyler Frericks, the racist asshole's mother. Joe typed, "The building mechanics are fun. Someone made a computer with redstone in the game. I hate tobacco bowls. I used to have to do that." Yeah, you know what's horrible about that? I do have the money to get my own cigarettes. I do. But I gotta be afraid to leave the house. I gotta be afraid to turn my predators in. Because the cops are just gonna cover for them. But you don't stop to think when you're telling that little white lie because you don't want to get in trouble. You don't stop to think about what's going to happen to that person that you just lied about. You don't stop to think that when you lie about someone stalking you, that it's going to get severely out of fucking control, especially if you're a pretty white girl. But it don't matter, does it? I'm not a human being. I'm a mentally ill person. Oh my god, he's creepy. What, you don't like me telling the truth? That's creepy? Or the fact that I had to fucking scream at people? That's creepy? I shouldn't have had to. Just like with all of these people who are witnesses, I shouldn't have had to post their shit all over Facebook and YouTube. If they were decent people, they would have come forward on their own. They would have fucking spoke up. Not in these goddamn Facebook groups, but in fucking court. Joe typed, I have extreme social anxiety. Even phone conversations are hard. Me too. The cops are supposed to de escalate situations, right? Well, when I went in there with somebody, there was nothing to de escalate. When I went in by myself, they escalated the situation. Making someone go to the sheriff that they're trying to turn in, that ain't fucking okay. I got nowhere else to go. Move here, move there, move here, move there. You know what? It doesn't matter where the fuck I go unless I'm able to fucking clear my name and get my own goddamn place. My own place. It's stressful having to live with somebody else and having to live by their rules when their rules prevent you from being able to do the things that you need to do. It sucks when whether or not you're allowed to stay there or not is dependent upon somebody else's psycho ex boyfriend or psycho ex girlfriend. It sucks being stuck with fucking meth heads. Joe typed, I have extreme social anxiety. Even I already read that. When I'm making these videos, it's because I can't fucking function. I can't work on that shit anymore. I can't keep jumping through fucking hoops to get another goddamn pile of paperwork. Let's take a picture. This pile here is about what? 15 inches wide? Nope, it's a lot wider than 15 inches. In most places, it's about 2 foot thick or 2 foot wide, and it's probably about 15 feet long. You don't want the world to know all of your personal business. Well, at least I'm telling the truth. And your personal business, when it ties in with my shit, is no longer your personal business. If you said you were going to help and you can't because your grandma fucking died, it ain't my fault that your grandma fucking died. And it's not my fault that you didn't come forward about that. If it's untrue, you shouldn't have fucking said it. Try to take pictures of this fucking evidence to send her to. I probably ought to take pictures of this as well. I got social anxiety too. It kind of comes with the territory of being homeless and growing up in the system. Being treated like you're a fucking animal. Anybody can fucking assault you at any point in time and get away with it. All these folks that want to pretend like they're Christians showed me that there's no such thing as God. I'm tired of it. I can't do this anymore. You owe it to me to kill me. Because obviously you're not going to help me. Obviously you're not going to speak out. Obviously you're not going to search through. And even if I tell you everywhere to look to find all of the evidence, it's just entertainment. Between looking at the evidence and listening to Rob Gavigan, you can listen to Rob Gavigan. Fuck it. Like I said, I'm against suicide. I told the guy that owns this place that I wouldn't kill myself in his house. And I meant it. I told Tabitha Michelle Cook I wouldn't kill myself in her house. And I meant it. Of course, in 2018, very end of the year, yeah, somebody fucking hung himself in Tabby's closet. I told Kayla Trujillo I wasn't going to kill myself in her house. I told Shannon Alvarado I wouldn't kill myself in her house. Shannon Alvarado about pushed me to it. I didn't make that promise at Jamie's. But she knows damn well I wouldn't leave my carcass where the boy could find it. Assisted suicide needs to be legal. especially for people who are called mentally ill. That just makes that right there is what makes us vulnerable.